Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Prekas Academy. And today we are going to start with a new chapter that is something based on geometry itself. ठीक है, हमने अभी तक we have done coordinate geometry. Yes. So अब हम we are going to start with a new geometry chapter that is Euclid's geometry. ठीक है, Euclid's geometry. Now Euclid was a mathematician. So हम उनके basis पे we are gonna see the geometry. ठीक है, so let's start. ठीक है, अब बहुत basics से I'm gonna start because अभी आपको I have to actually tell you what are the basics. ठीक है, this is way different from what we did in coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry में हमने देखा था कि equation क्या होती है, how to actually plot that, how to make a line, what are the nature of the line, है ना, हमने ये सब सीखा था. But इस chapter में we don't have to see all of that. The aspect is different of this chapter. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले हम लोग Euclid geometry के बारे में सीखने वाले हैं. ठीक है, now Euclid geometry, Euclid geometry, whatever you want to pronounce it. ठीक है, वैसे ज्यादातर इसे Euclid geometry बोलते हैं. Okay, let's start with the just the basic understandings of certain figures that you have to actually learn. ठीक है, सबसे पहले there are certain basic things that you got to know. क्या होता है वो? See, सबसे पहले it is what is solid. ठीक है, solid क्या होता है? We know there are certain shapes called as 3D shapes, 2D shapes. So solid shapes कौन सी होती हैं? They are 3D shapes. Yes, उनका भी shape होता है, उनका भी size होता है. They have their own positions. ठीक है, and the outer boundaries of those solids are called as surfaces. ठीक है, उन बाउंड्रीज को जो हम जैसे अगर हम एक बॉल लेते हैं, बॉल के आउटर सरफेस को, जो आउटर सरफेस होती है ऑफ द बॉल, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ सरफेस. ठीक है, surfaces are separated one part of space from another. ठीक है, surfaces are considered to have no thickness. Surfaces मतलब the outer boundary is said to have no thickness. उनकी thickness नहीं मानी जाती है. Okay, the boundaries of surfaces are either curves or straight lines. Now, the boundary, that means अगर हम एक ball को consider करें, ठीक है, ball की as I told you surface, the outer portion of the ball, this has either curves. Curves मतलब either it could be a rounded one or it could be a straight line like a bat. Bat में उसकी surface जो होता है, that is, what is that? That is a straight line. Yes, so that could be a straight line or a curve. ठीक है, these lines terminate at points. Okay, now let's just see. ठीक है, अब from here, ठीक है, from the point where I've written few definitions, इधर से the actual chapter starts. ये तो मैंने आपको बहुत basic समझाया था that what is a solid, what is basically point, what are surface, what is a thickness, बहुत basic समझाया था मैंने. These are certain understanding that I hope you all know. ठीक है, but just I wanted to touch those points. ठीक है, now we're going to start with something really important. ठीक है, सबसे पहले what is a point? Point क्या होता है? A point is that which has no part. Point क्या होता है? This is a point. But इसकी definition क्या होती है? Which has no part. ठीक है, line. A line is a breadthless length. मतलब ये देखो, a line can be a definite line or an indefinite line. ये जब हम okay, now look here, this is an indefinite line from both the sides. When we make arrows, that is called as indefinite. This line is indefinite. ठीक है, ये line indefinite line है. This line is a definite line. ठीक है, definite and indefinite क्या होता है? Definite मतलब this line, the first line can be extended infinitely on both the sides, but the second line cannot be extended infinitely because this is defined. मैंने यहाँ पे रोक दिया है. Okay, so this is a line. These are the two definitions of line. ठीक है, line ends. The ends of a line are points. मतलब these are the points. The ends of the line are points. ठीक है, a straight line. A straight line is a line that lies evenly with the points on its side. Straight line क्या होती है? Straight line, this is a straight line. This is also a straight line. Alright. Surface, as I told you ऊपर ही, which has length and breadth. जिसकी लेंथ भी होती है एंड ब्रेथ भी होती है, ठीक है। सरफेस एजेस, द एज ऑफ अ सरफेस आर लाइन्स। द एज ऑफ अ सरफेस, एज आई टोल्ड यू, कोई भी अगर आप बॉल लेते हो तो वो भी आपकी कर्व लाइंस होती हैं, बैट लेते हो उसकी भी स्ट्रेट लाइंस होती हैं, सो द एजेस हैव लाइंस। प्लेन सरफेस, a plane surface is a surface that lies evenly on straight lines on its side. Plane surface मतलब that should not be rough, है ना, rough नहीं होना चाहिए, that is all. Now something very interesting और जो actually a chapter is all about is postulates. Now what are postulates? Postulates are basically rules. Postulates are rules and इनको आपको as it is याद करना होता है. These are to be remembered as they are. You cannot change them. And इन्हीं rules के हिसाब से you can actually play certain. मैं आपको बताऊंगी. There are certain examples. There are certain questions that are asked to you. ठीक है, in the NCERT also and exemplar and all also. वो मैं next lecture में cover करूंगी. But for now, I'll actually explain you all of these postulates. Euclid के ना बच्चों there were 5 postulates. ठीक है, 5 rules बनाए थे उन्होंने. ठीक है, and these are very very basic rules. अब आजकल you can actually see a lot more. You can think a lot more. But उस time के लिए these were like new. ठीक है, these were all basics and these were our introduction to geometry. ठीक है, कि ये ज्योमेट्री होती क्या है, व्हाट इज अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, व्हाट कैन वी डू विद अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, वो सब आपका एक्चुअली बहुत बेसिक है. ठीक है, अभी यू कैन एक्चुअली थिंक ऑफ मेनी मोर सच. ठीक है, बट अभी के लिए वी विल ओनली लर्न द बेसिक. ठीक है, द फर्स्ट. ठीक है, उनके बेसिक 5 ही पोस्टुलेट्स थे, उन्होंने 5 ही पोस्टुलेट डिफाइन किए थे. द फर्स्ट पोस्टुलेट. पोस्टुलेट, व्हाट इज अ पोस्टुलेट? पोस्टुलेट इज जस्ट अ रूल. ठीक है, एक बेसिक रूल होता है पोस्टुलेट. The first rule, what is the first rule? A straight line can be drawn from any point to any other point. What does this mean? Let's see. ठीक है, we have a point over here. यहाँ पे एक P point है. हम इस point से कोई भी दूसरे point तक एक straight line बना सकते हैं. This is the postulate. Postulate क्या कहता है? From a point you can make any line that goes until another. ठीक है, given 2 points, now this is axiom. Axiom मतलब इस postulate से हम एक और conclusion निकाल सकते हैं. क्या? Given 2 distinct points, there is a unique straight line that passes through both. मतलब यहाँ पे मेरे पास 2 points है P and Q, and there is a unique line that can be passed through both of these points. मतलब इन 2 points से I can only pass a line. Okay? मैं सिर्फ इन दोनों पॉइंट्स को टच करते हुए एक ही लाइन पास कर सकती हूँ. देयर नॉट बी मेनी लाइंस जो मैं ऐसे ऐसे करके टेढ़ा मेढ़ा करके P and Q को भी टच करे. आई कैन ड्रॉ. दिस कैन नॉट बी पॉसिबल. इफ आई वांट टू टच P and Q, देयर कैन ओनली बी वन लाइन दैट टचेस बोथ P and Q. ऑलराइट, एक इसका ये रूल है. एंड वन मोर रूल इज व्हाट? Q से अगर मुझे कोई लाइन बनानी है, आई कैन ड्रॉ इनफाइनाइट लाइन एज यू कैन सी इन द डायग्राम from Q. Now, what are the conclusions of this? First postulate से conclusion क्या निकलता है कि अगर मुझे Q point से लाइन बनानी है, there can be infinite lines, as many lines as I want. कितनी भी लाइंस बना सकती हूँ. If I fix 2 points, if I say कि मुझे P और Q से ही लाइन बनानी है, there can be only one line that passes from both. I hope these 2 conclusions are very clear to you. ठीक है, ये 2 conclusions आपको याद रखना है. If you want, you can actually note them down. जो मैंने अभी आपको 2 conclusions बताया from this postulate. Okay. Now the second postulate. Second postulate क्या है? A line segment can be extended endlessly in both the directions. What does this mean? अगर मैं A and B से एक line pass करूँ, like for example, this is a line. Now I can extend them in both the directions. As you can see, मैं दोनों directions में से extend कर पा रही हूँ. Now these arrows tell me कि these can actually be extended infinitely. ये जो arrows होते हैं ना in geometry, that means इसे हम infinitely extend कर सकते हैं. I had drawn a line from A and B and मैं उसको extend कर पा रही हूँ infinitely. So this is the second postulate. Very simple postulate, but this is a very very important postulate. क्यों? क्योंकि उस टाइम पे basically किसी को भी geometry नहीं पता थी. So this was a very very important kind of a phenomena that time. ठीक है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कवरी थी. The third postulate. What is the third postulate? It is possible to draw a circle with any given center and any given radius. मतलब अगर मैं यहाँ पे इसे सेंटर मान लूं तो बेसिकली मैं इस सेंटर से आई कैन ड्रॉ रेडियस. आई होप यू नो दिस इज द रेडियस. ठीक है, ये रेडियस होता है फ्रॉम द सेंटर टू द सर्कमफ्रेंस. जो लाइन हम पास करते हैं दैट इज द रेडियस. ठीक है, तो दिस इज द रेडियस एंड दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कल. नाउ इसी सेंटर से आई कैन ड्रॉ अ बिगर सर्कल आल्सो विद अ बिगर रेडियस. यस, सो दैट इज व्हाट दे हैव टोल्ड. किसी भी सेंटर से मैं कितने भी रेडियस का सर्कल बना सकती हूँ. दैट वाज इट. दैट वाज हिज थर्ड पॉइंट. ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. Fourth postulate. The fourth postulate is every right angle is equal to any other right angle. What does this mean? Let's see. If I have drawn a square, ठीक है, ये एक square है. Okay, let me just draw it once again. Now this bit looks like a square. Okay. Now if this is a right angle, okay, this is a right angle, this is a right angle, this is a right angle. All these right angles are equal. All these right angles are equal. This is what it actually is. That किसी भी diagram में अगर आप 90 degree बनाते हैं, we have a right angle over here. This is a symbol for right angle. ठीक है, 90 degree होता है. So this angle, all these 90 degree angles are equal. That is what this postulate means. ठीक है, ये postulate का मतलब यही है कि अगर मैं किसी भी डायग्राम में एक 90 डिग्री बनाती हूँ, I have more than 190 degree in that diagram, all the 90 degrees will be equal. ठीक है. Now the fifth postulate. This is a bit confusing postulate, but I'll actually make you understand this postulate. ठीक है, पहले हम पढ़ लेते हैं what does this mean. If a straight line intersects two straight lines and forms interior angles on the same side whose sum is less than the two right angles, that is less than 180 degrees, then those lines when extended infinitely or indefinitely will meet on the side where the angle sum is less than two right angles. अब मैं आपको इसका मतलब समझाती हूँ. Let us say this is the diagram angle. ठीक है, I have two straight lines, that is AB and I have C. I have made a line PQ. The PQ line intersects AB and C. What does intersect mean? इन्हें join कर रहा है. P and Q पे इन्हें टकरा रहा है. So AB and CD, I have drawn a PQ line. Now, what does this postulate mean? This postulate means that अगर हम इस diagram को carefully देखें, what are interior angles? First of all, interior angles are angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, angle 1 and angle 2 are the interior angles. Also, this angle 4, angle 5 is also an interior angle. Now, the postulate says हमें ऐसे interior angles देखने हैं जिनका sum should be less than 1. If you see 4 and 5 angle का, the sum could be greater than 1. क्योंकि ये angle काफी बड़ा है, right? The four angle 4 is a bit greater. But अगर हम comparison में देखें तो angle 1 and 2, the sum could be less than 1. Yes, both are acute angles. What is acute angle? Acute angle is less than 90 degree. अगर मैं देखूं angle 1 is less than 90 degree, angle 2 is less than 90 degree. That means the sum of angle 1 and 2 will be less than 180 degree. Okay? So because the angle of the sum of the angles 1 and 2 is less than 180 degree. What does this mean? This means that the AB and CD, they can intersect. AB and CD can intersect on the side where the angle sum is less than 180 degree. We can see the angle sum is less than 180 degree on the left side of PQ. ये जो line है PQ line, इसके left side पे the angle sum is actually getting out to be less than 180 degree. Yes, that means AB and CD जो है ना, that will intersect on the left side of PQ. मतलब अगर मैं AB और CD को extend करूँ ना, तो ये देखो, ये आपके on the left side of PQ intersect करेंगे. ये मैंने assume कैसे करा? ये मैंने कैसे पता लगाया, कैसे? what I said, what I saw was कि मैं देख सकती हूँ यहाँ पे that the angle sum of the interior angle, जो interior angles हैं उनका sum is less than 180 degree on the left side of PQ. ये PQ लाइन है, इसका right ये वाला साइड है, इसका left ये वाला. Yes, तो मैं angle sum on the left side of PQ less than 180 degree देख सकती हूँ. That means कि मेरा जो AB and CD है that will intersect on the left side, not on the right side of the PQ. ठीक है? तो ये आपका ये postulate actually assume करता है. And this postulate is a bit important. You have to learn this postulate. और learn क्या करना है? This is just very basic understanding. But आपको रूल पता होना चाहिए कि जिस साइड पे आपका 180 डिग्री से कम हो रहा है उस साइड पे आपकी दो लाइंस इंटरसेक्ट करेंगी. ठीक है? Let's just revise all of this postulate and आज के लिए we end the lecture. मैं आपको questions I'll do in the evening. ठीक है? क्या है for the what is the first postulate? The first postulate says that if I have 2 points, I can only draw one line joining both the points. ठीक है? If I have a single point, like for example PQ, I can draw infinite lines from one point. ठीक है? Postulate number 2. Postulate number 2 क्या है? If I have 2 points, if I draw a line passing through both of these points, I can extend them infinitely on both the sides. ठीक है? The third postulate क्या था? Third postulate है I can draw a circle with a given center and with any given radius. किसी भी radius और center से circle बना सकते हैं. Postulate number 4. If I have a diagram and I have a 90 degree angle, I have more than one 90 degree angle in that diagram, all the 90 degree angles will be equal. Okay? Postulate number 5. As I told you, what is the postulate number 5? Postulate number 5 is basically, what does it say? If I have two lines, AB and CD, and I have a line PQ which intersects AB and CD, the side on which the angle sum is less of the interior angles is less than 180 degree, AB and CD will intersect on that side. As we can see in this diagram, the angle sum of 1 and 2, that is on the left side of PQ, is less than 180 degree. That means AB and CD will intersect on the left side of PQ. I hope this postulate is clear. Okay? And for today, I'll take a leave. I hope this lecture was really clear to you. This chapter is almost over. ठीक है, अब सिर्फ questions बाकी हैं. I'll take it in the next lecture. For today, I'll take a leave. And if you have liked the session, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, which is Prekas Academy. And if you have any doubts, please comment on the YouTube channel itself, or you can DM us on our Instagram handle, that is Prekas Academy itself. So see you for today.